So, as usual, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, once again, thank you for joining us online and offline for our weekly meditation session and a little bit of discourse on something that interests us at the time. So, I thought maybe today we look at how easy it is to label someone and how easy is that we actually take that label on. Okay, so let's assume that you have the ability to, that, you're sitting here and you're thinking about your friend, and then 2 minutes later you want to have a look at your WhatsApp, and a few minutes later you want to see what's on the TV, and then you want to check your emails, and someone says to you, "Oh, by the way, I think you've got ADHD." Why? Well, because you're so restless. And then you have to ask yourself the question, is it because the individual has ADHD, or is it because all the stimulus that's around them that's drawing their attention? I have to ask ourselves that question. And if I train myself through video games, through simulation, I did a lecture on this 25 years ago, that you're teaching children through these games of violence how to get their own way. That's it. And if you stand in the way, you kill them, whoever it is. You burn them, you drive them over, you shoot them, because that's what the games are teaching you. So by learning that and becoming more and more adept at controls and immediate reactions, we've trained ourselves over a generation or so to become very, the mind wanders a lot. It's very fickle. 1 minute it's here, 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's there. So we're constantly in this space of jumping from one thing to another, like a bee going from flower to flower, flower to flower, flower to flower. Now, if I said to a bee, "Oh, by the way, I think you got ADHD, mate, because you're going from flower to flower." Right? Now, if that bee, I don't want to trigger anyone, but I'm just saying, just logic, right? If that bee then took my words upon that bee's self and then associated itself with that label, then it becomes that. Do you understand? What I'm trying to say to you is this: look, anxiety wasn't an issue 10 years ago. Anxiety has existed from the moment mankind walked this earth. You go next to a pigeon, it flies away. Why? Because it's anxious. You're going to kill it. It's not that it doesn't like you, hasn't got an issue with you as a personality, but it says, "Oh, danger coming. I'm a bit concerned. I'm out of here." Does that mean that it suffers from anxiety? You've got an exam that you've got to do and you're feeling a bit anxious about it. Does that mean that there's something wrong with you? Do you see the power of labels? Teachers, parents, and medics. And there used to be priests, but no one trusts them anymore, right? We don't do it. We say, "Oh, yeah, he's got a frock on, forget that, man." Yeah. But do you know what I'm saying? Because of the history that we've had. But medics, we do. So a medic says to you, "Oh, by the way, this is wrong with you. This is the label." You accept it. "Oh, must be diagnosed because I have been diagnosed." And then you carry that label. And in fact, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You say to yourself, "Well, of course, I'm anxious because I suffer from anxiety." Don't realize that the anxiety is telling you something. See, look, all emotions in this world, doesn't matter what they are all a product of your thoughts. That's it. All products of your thoughts. Think about the future and you're going to get anxious. That's all there is to it. Think about the past and you're going to start thinking about anger, regret, depression. Why? Because you could have done things differently. People have cussed you. People have trespassed you in the past. not in the future. In the future, there's always hope and fear. Oh, I wish I get the job, but what if I don't? I wish I'm good at my exams, but what if I fail? See what I mean? There's always that fear. So once we begin to recognize, hold on a second, maybe there's not that much wrong with me. Maybe I just don't know what I'm thinking and the influence it's having on me. So the approach from a practice where you know the nature of the mind is very different from someone saying to you, oh, by the way, you're genetically born to be anxious. It's not the case. Can't be the case. There are lots of studies that show that you can switch your genes on and off. We had some lady, I can't remember her name at the moment, at one of our events at the cathedral. And for an 8-week program, mindfulness program, it changes 2,000 genetic markers. Markers which are associated with breast cancer are switched off, right? So you know, hey, there's something in this. There's something in doing something with your mind, practicing something with your mind, not your brain, your mind, which is what is your mind. We'll go into that space some other time. But the fact that you're able to focus, you're able to watch my hand, right? You're able to focus. Learn to focus, and you will learn that the mind goes forward, the mind goes back. Mind goes forward, mind goes back. You keep telling yourself stories. And all your stories are based on your memories. So if you've had a memory where there's a bit of a trauma, someone passes away, someone has an accident, like let's say, for example, you had an accident in the car. Every time you get in the car, you're going to get anxious because the story is, I might have an accident. Yeah, future projection. So you begin to notice, okay, it's what I'm thinking and how I'm thinking that's influencing my emotional state. So what can I do about it? Well, there's nothing genetically wrong with you. All you need to learn is how to bring your mind back, your attention back, not your mind, your attention back. So what do I mean by that? Attention. So first is intention. Intention means what you wish to do. Yeah. My intention is to look at X or Y or Z. My intention is to focus my attention on my breath. Why? Because it's happening in the present moment. Why does that help me? Well, when I'm telling myself a story, I bring myself back. So this is all we've got to learn. Meditation really isn't about getting in a state, it's learning to come out deliberately, intentionally out of your storytelling. And your storytelling will be determined by other people. This is where doctors matter. Most doctors don't even go into the background of medical. They just work very, very simply from very simple components, right? These are your symptoms. I check my computer, my MIMS, and I put the two together and say, this is your drug. And if it doesn't work, I'll increase the dosage. And if it doesn't work, I'll give you another one. Deals with symptoms. Symptoms of anxiety are loss of appetite, irritability, lack of sleep, hopelessness, um, irritable, and a whole range of other ones, depending on how severe they are. But really, all it is your mental story that's caught in a future story. And we all experience that. This is why meditation is so effective if you do it in the right way, because meditation also has the other side, which is the transpersonal side. The first place is, so think of it this way. Our mind is basically active. Like you can't stop saliva in your mouth, you cannot stop your thoughts because they're not yours. Yes, you can deliberately think about something, but most thoughts that are generated tend to be generated quite randomly. Depends on what's around you, who you see. They're quite random. They're not deliberate. So these thoughts are constantly like a whole crowd walking through your living room, about 50, 70,000 of them in a day. And in doing so, because we're in the crowd, we never recognize that we can step out. We never recognize that. So through very, very simple meditation techniques, we begin first to step out of the crowd, come into the present moment. And you will notice there are two things that happen with your meditation. There are things that become present and there are things that become absent. Okay, so for example, I start my meditation and maybe I'm a bit anxious. So what is present in my experience is anxiety. I do my meditation and I consider, have a look at it and I think, oh, there's a little peace or a bit of calmness. What I haven't noticed is the fact that anxiety is missing. They are both related. Yeah, they're both related. When you're in the story, you will be in that emotional state. When you step out of that story, you become balanced. That disappears, and out of the story is stillness, silence, peace, timelessness, and a few other qualities of that moment. Right? So, what am I saying to you? What I'm saying to you is this: some medic, doctor, health expert telling you, by the way, you have X, Y, Z, particularly psychological stuff. A lot of we don't know what they say. We actually take it upon ourselves that, yeah, this must be what's wrong with me. So imagine you had the same symptoms, has restless mind, all of that stuff, and you went to, let me pick someone, say a Zen monk, and you asked him, could you diagnose me? And he goes through your story, he says, yeah, you're a human being. Because we're all in the same space. There's nothing special about you. But the moment the doctor says you've got X, Y, and Z, you become special. Yeah, the ego gets hold of it. You say, oh gosh, I can't do that. I've got anxiety. I can't do that. And then it becomes like a cover story. So the danger in labeling individuals, and more importantly, for the individual to take it upon themselves, can be more harmful. In fact, it is more harmful than what symptoms they may be experiencing, because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why? Because someone in authority has told you that. And I guarantee you, I have yet to meet a doctor in my 40 years of experience, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor. This is online. They can all see it. Tell me what is the nature of the mind. Just tell me that before you tell me what's mental health. Not one. Not one. And I've worked with the best. Not one. Why? Because you have no wisdom of people sitting there day in, day out, looking and working out, saying, God, nothing's wrong with me. It's this little nonsense in here that makes up stories, which will then determine the quality of your life. So if you surround yourself with fear, you surround yourself, oh my God, I can't touch mom, I can't do this because I might get cold, whatever it is. You live in fear. You live in fear, you live withdrawn. If you actually begin to meditate, and this is why meditation is so, so important, you will begin to realize that actually your fear and all of these other artificial emotional qualities that you experience, they are artificially created. You have the ability, and that's really what I want to leave you with. You, all of us, have the ability to determine your health. Not the doctor, not the pills, you. Why? because you know when you feel well or not the doctor. See what I'm saying? So take that control. Allow yourself to be yourself. And the only way you're going to know what you are is first recognizing what you're not. And what you're not is anxiety. What you're not is your thoughts. What you're not is your emotions. What you're not is your body. Why? Because it all is. Because if that's what you are, stop it. You can't. Grab hold of a thought. You can't. Things that change can't be you because you're the same. So that's where we need to go into in order to ensure we are not overwhelmed emotionally. And then we start looking for security, and we've got plenty of them who will offer you the pills. And once you're on them, it has a whole history with it, right? So emotionally overwhelmed, if you feel like that, there are solutions. Those overwhelming bits make you feel unsafe. And because it makes you feel unsafe, it's easy to push you into a control system, whatever that may be. Right? So, as long as we begin to become aware of that in the world and ourselves, we have some level of control over our day to day activity. Anyway, hope that made sense then, right? So for you, Bob. All right, okay, let's do some meditation today. Okay, so as usual, we'll begin with our posture. And allow your back to be straight and upright. Allow your feet to be flat on the ground if you can, if you're sitting on a chair. Your eyes are closed. Your mouth is closed. And you're going to pull your chin in slightly. Okay. As you sit, you're going to take a breath in and bring your focus to yourself. So that's your intention. Your intention is to have a look at what's going on with you. And we begin with our body. So have a look and see if there's any pain, any aches, any tightness, any itch within the body itself. And if there is, there's no need to judge it. Just have a look where it is and what it is. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to deliberately go sense by sense, go to each one of our senses and then come out. So first, bring your focus towards your eyes and you begin to notice what you can see, so to speak, or what you have awareness of. Visual awareness. So it could be darkness, it could be the back of your eyelids. Just whatever you can see or you have awareness of. Okay, on your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus to all the sounds around you. And you simply begin to listen. Begin to listen. Not thinking about any sound, but just seeing what are the sounds around you. And from our listening, we bring our focus just beneath our nose. And as your next breath comes in, see if you can notice an aroma. And then gently moving your focus into your mouth. And we notice if there's a taste. Okay? On your next breath, you're going to imagine a hula hoop above your head. And as this hoop comes down, it begins to scan your body. And what it identifies is any pain, any aches, any tightness, any itch within the body itself. Just allow this hula hoop to move all the way down to you, from your head to your toes. Okay. Next breath in, once again, become aware of your body as best as you can. And notice if there's anything that draws your focus. Could be a pain, could be an ache, could be a tightness, could be an itch. And now we're going to bring our focus to the seat we're on. And we notice that the seat holds you in place. And this is an important step in our meditation because it allows us to locate ourselves. And the seat beneath is held by the ground, and the ground is unshaking, unmoving, firm. So the fact that you're held in place, supported, allow yourself to feel that. And then gently bring your focus to the sensations where your chair or your seat makes contact with your body. And you want to notice the sensations in the body. You don't need to name them, you just need to become aware of them. And then gently moving your focus up, becoming aware of your hips, allowing this awareness to drift down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, moving down towards your ankles. And then notice your feet. And then gently moving this focus to the soles of your feet. Next breath in, come back to your seat. And once again, you want to notice that you're supported, you're held in place, and that your back is straight and upright. And we're going to gently bring our focus from our lower back, gently moving up to the middle back. Again, remember, you're looking for sensations. From your middle back, moving up to your shoulder blades. Again, just looking for sensations. Notice your shoulders, and see if you can soften them, relax them a little. And then gently allow this focus to begin to move from the shoulders to your elbows. All the while looking for sensations. From your elbows to your wrists. And now notice the palms of your hands. Notice the fingers on your hands. And your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus towards your eyes again. And once again, just become aware of what you have awareness of. The back of your eyelids, or is it darkness, or can you see colors? But even though your eyes are closed, you have the capacity to see. On your next breath out, you allow your eyes to soften. And as your breath comes in, you bring your focus towards your lips. Scanning your upper, scanning your lower lip. And then gently moving your focus within your mouth. Just notice the sensations. The roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften if you can. Allow your jaw to soften. And on your next breath out, you allow your face to soften. And as the breath comes in, you bring your focus just beneath your nose, and you begin to watch your breath. So your intention is to hold your focus beneath your nose with a little bit of effort. Don't struggle. You're going to allow the breath to breathe by itself. And every time you find that your focus has drifted, distracted by my voice or a thought, gently bring it back to your breath. Firmly, but gently. Your intention, reminding yourself, your intention is to hold your focus beneath your nose. Stay with your breath, allowing your breath to breathe by itself. And on your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus to your inner space. And this is how you're feeling and what you're thinking. Notice your mental space. What's on your mind? What's the next thought you're going to have? And you may notice that as you wait to notice what thought you're going to have, that then nothing appears. Gently bring your focus now to your chest, and you're going to begin to notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with your breath. Notice how the chest moves as the breath moves in, and how the chest moves as the breath moves out. And now we're going to move a bit deeper. So bring your focus where you think your heart is. And you're going to hold your focus there. Hold your focus there. Hold your focus there. Allow yourself to come home. Right in your very inner center, where everything is safe, everything is still, everything is silent. Now notice how you're actually feeling right now, right this minute. Do you feel settled? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel peaceful? And now on your next breath out, you're going to simply follow the sound around you. Listening. When you're ready, you bring your focus just beneath your nose, and once again you begin to watch your breath, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Stay with your breath, noticing the start and the end of your in-breath, noticing the start and the end of your out-breath as best as you can. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. To help us move deeper into this space, begin to follow your out breath all the way till the end. And with every out breath, you allow yourself to relax a little bit further, remaining alert and focused, following your out breath all the way till the end. Stay with your breath. Notice exactly when your breath finishes as you follow your out breath out. Notice how you're breathing now. How does the breath feel? Does it feel light or does it feel labored and heavy? Does your breath feel long or does it feel short? And now bringing your focus to the sound of your breath. And if there's no sound, that too is okay. Your focus 100% as best as you can hold it. Try and listen to the in breath, try and listen to the out breath. And when you're ready on your next breath out, once again you open your focus to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Allowing any sound to come to you. You're not thinking about it, you're not looking for sounds, you're simply listening, anchored to your breath. And then gently follow the sound of this bell into the silence as best as you can. Now, as best as you can, notice your experience. Do you feel calm? If you feel calm, focus on the calmness. If it feels timeless, focus on the timelessness. If it, if it feels pleasant, focus on the pleasantness. Identify your experience. When you're ready, gently bring your focus beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Notice while the breath is moving, you remain still. While the world around you makes a noise, you remain silent. And this silence, this stillness, is who you are. Always at peace, always present. On the next breath out, you're going to expand your focus so you include your whole body once again. And then again, you're going to take a moment to notice if there's any discomfort in the body itself. A pain, a tightness, an itch, a stitch. And then gently move your focus to your seat, noticing once again you're held in place, sensations where your body makes contact with your seat. And then using those sensations like an anchor, we bring our focus up towards our hips, gently moving down our thighs, slowly allowing awareness of the body, embodiment, gently moving from your knees towards your ankles. Take your time. Notice your feet. And then once again, the soles of your feet. And you want to hold your focus there for a short while. Allows us to ground, so we're not so lightheaded. Next breath in, bring your focus back to your seat. This time notice your back is straight, upright, comfortable, pain-free. Shoulders, arms, hands comfortable and relaxed. Notice your eyes are still closed. Your mouth is still closed. And your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back to your breath. And now as the breath comes in, we can sense our body. As the breath goes out, we can sense our body. Breathing in, you feel calm. Breathing out, you feel calm. Breathing in, you feel well. Breathing out, you feel well. And now gently bring your focus to the intention to smile. You don't have to smile, but just the intention. And as you bring this intention, you will notice there are subtle changes in the body. Perhaps your heart, your chest. Just allow this energy to move throughout the body, the intention to smile. And when you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently open